Hi guys, so today this video is going to be about my thoughts on Nicki Minaj joining the Turning Point USA, so the TPusa, Turning Point USA in America. I'm not American, but I do see a lot of news coverage on politics towards America, like the conservative, the liberals, and a little bit the Democrats, and there are like some feuds happening between I don't know, the people in the conservative party between their own members of the community. So I'm gonna let you know what my thoughts are on Nicki Minaj joining the Turning Point USA. I don't hate Nicki Minaj. I don't think I have a problem personally with her. However, there's songs from her that I like, but what I will tell you is things that are factual and actual. So Nicki Minaj joined the Turning Point USA. And I hope that it's not something that she's doing to clean her image, because what it actually looks like, it looks like Nicki Minaj joined the Turning Point USA, the conservative party in America, to clean her image. It looks like a PR stunt. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I doubt that I'm wrong. Because a lot of celebrities, haven't you guys noticed that a lot of celebrities that are like worldwide, that are for the world, that promote their songs or they do things that are worldly and not godly, all of a sudden they want to say that they're from, all of a sudden they want to say they're part of God's community. All of a sudden they want to say they believe in God. But their lifestyle, what they're known for, it does not represent the kingdom of God. It doesn't. Nicki Minaj do not represent the kingdom of God. She doesn't represent the kingdom of God. Her lifestyle, the songs that she promotes, the degeneracy music that she promotes to like American youth and to the world in general, because there's a lot of people who know Nicki Minaj and they're not in America, but they have heard of her songs and who she is. When you hear Nicki Minaj, when you hear that name, you don't think about godly morals. You think about immorality. You think about shaking ass and twerking and club music. That's what you think about. You don't think about morals. You don't think about values. You don't think about godly values when you hear the name Nicki Minaj. You think about, she's a rapper. She's a worldwide rapper. Um, she's too sexual in her music videos, that like not everyone can watch her music videos because, you know, if they're too young, they might be influenced to do the wrong things in society. You know what I mean? So Nicki Minaj is not a person that represents the kingdom of God. And I hope that she's not doing this to clean her image. I hope that she's actually becoming a godly person, which would be amazing, by the way. And I'm not a barb. There's some songs of Nicki Minaj that I like, but I'm just telling you the truth. She's not a good role model for godly morals and values. She's not. All you have to see, all you have to do is look at her Instagram or her songs that she puts out, the type of music she puts out to the world that you can hear on the radio sometimes. That's all you have to do is look at her music videos, look at the pictures she posts on Instagram, look at how she talks on her live stream, like all of those things. She is known for putting degenerate music out there, shaking ass on her music videos, very sexual, very promiscuous, almost half naked, you know, looking like too much skin exposure, like looking like she's about to club and party and that's it, and sleep with a lot of guys. That's a song that she promotes. And that's the song that she promotes. The songs that she promotes, the songs like where she does a lot of sexual activities with a man, instead of keeping that private, she talks about how a man did this and that, how he clapped the, you know what, you know what I mean. So it's just like, and then people act like she's the reason why people are standing out for like persecution happening to Christians. But I want to let you know that there's people who are not famous, or there's people out there who are not rappers, who stand for the truth, who stand for Christians being able to be who they are and have the freedom of like expressing their beliefs or believing their beliefs. So Nicki Minaj is not the only one to stand out for Christians justice, you know, but people act like she is, and that's kind of a problem. But I do agree that it's wrong to have persecution against people that believe in God, aka Christians, because Christians are the only reason why this whole world has light. You know what I mean? Because of our morals and values. Let's be for real. Because in the Bible, it does say, treat people how you want to be treated. The golden rule, treat people how you want to be treated. And in the Bible, there's morals, there's values, and there's the law of not lying, not cheating, not slandering another person's name, all that. Not being too sexually immoral, you know what I mean? Yeah, things like that. So, yeah, I don't know. And then there's people online, not everyone, but there's a lot of Christian people or conservative who say they're Christian that want to praise Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj she's not God. She is just a person. But she is famous. She's a rapper, but she's just a person. And she's a wrong person to represent the conservative party. She's a wrong person because none of her brand is conservative. She's too put out there, but it's the image that she puts out there for centuries. She has put a lot of music that's too sexual, too immoral, that's corrupting the American citizen, of like being too promiscuous, dancing too much, like not dancing too much, but shaking their ass too much in places, in public places, like acting like a fool, like a degenerate, like being too immoral, being too sexual. Like, she is part of that culture. She promotes being sexually immoral. She promotes being too out there. She promotes being too revealing, saying bad words, all of those things that is not helpful to society. Does it sound good, some of her music? Yes, but it's not really helpful to your soul and spirit when you think about it, unless if you want to be a rapper. But besides the point, it's like she's putting a bad influence to people in general, like especially women and men, to be flamboyant, to be so boastful, to be so like rude and selfish type of energy out there. So she's like the wrong person. So that's why when I saw her on Turning Point USA, I'm like, she's probably doing that to clean her image. Because most celebrities, when they want to be known in a good way, they say that they believe in God. But you can tell they don't believe in God. They don't believe in Jesus Christ because their lifestyle is promoting something else. It's promoting Satan's industry, music industry. And she is part of the Illuminati. She sold herself out. But besides the point, I don't like how a lot of people that say they're Christians want to act like, oh, she's a hero. She's not a hero. She's probably doing that to clean her image. You know what I mean? A lot of celebrities who never believe in God, who never promote a godly lifestyle, morals and values, and like, they all of a sudden want to say they believe in God. Why? Because they want to have a clean image. Because a lot of people know if they say that they believe in God, people expect that person to be very nice and sophisticated, very trustworthy, very such a good role model for people. You know what I mean? Because like, I don't know, people see it as a trend to say that they're like, they believe in God. And it's like, it's wrong for you to use God just to clean your image. Like, for real. But let's give it a try. Let's give it a doubt, right? Like, I don't want to doubt, but let's see. Let's see if she's not doing that to clean her image. But that's my thoughts on Nicki Minaj. But it's actual and factual that she's known for promoting degenerate music, for making degenerate music. You can see it in her music video where she has like a bikini, like where she's dressed so revealing, like if she's gonna go to the strip club. So I'm like, she's the wrong model for the conservative party. I might do a part 2, but that's what I wanted to say, because I don't like when Christians, no, actually, I don't like people that say they're Christians, but they want to act like Nicki Minaj is the perfect representation for Christians. She does not represent being a Christian. She does not promote a godly lifestyle. She doesn't. All you have to do is look at her music, videos, the way she talks, the way she acts, the way she presents herself to the world. That's all you have to do, and you'll see that she's not promoting the kingdom of God. But all of a sudden she want to say she believes in God. That's weird. But there's nothing wrong with believing in God. If she believes in God, that's amazing. But I hope it's not for a pure stunt, because then that makes you look fake. That makes you look like you're not trustworthy. You're a bad influence. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they could have picked someone else to represent Turning Point USA. Like, someone that's not promoting degenerate music. because she is part of the culture of corrupting the mind of young people. So I hope you enjoyed this video and tell me what you think about Nicki Minaj. And yeah, no hard feelings. I'm just saying what it is. Like, she's the wrong representation for when it comes to conservatives and a Christian moral value lifestyle. And she said that JD is an assassin, and she said that she did a mistake. I believe that's truly how she feels about JD Vance. Because who makes a mistake like that? Like, for real.